Hi everyone, Lady Amalthea here with day 1 of 31 days of Tarot 2020. And before I begin, I just want to make a massive shout out to my housemate Matt, who just came and spent the last however long troubleshooting and fixing me up because I recorded a video and it was completely out of sync, and he worked out it was a software issue and has changed the software I use, and now I use something called OBS, which he says is the way to go. So thank you so much, Matt. So here we are with another year of tarot challenges. I did this challenge last year for my first time, as I am new to the world of tarot tubing. Tarot tubing, is that the correct term? Tarot YouTubing is probably what people actually say. So last year I did 31 days of videos, and I was quite pleased with myself that I managed to do that using my mobile phone. And this year I actually have a fancy webcam that my bestie Mark gave me, which is very kind of him. And so the videos are going to be slightly more impressive, not even, but hopefully they'll come out fine. We'll see. So today I just wanted to do a quick little intro for those of you who are new to my channel. Hopefully there are some new people. Hi everyone, I'm Lady Amalthea. As I said, I'm Australian, if you can't tell by the accent. I currently live in Perth in Western Australia, which is on the west coast of the country. I am originally from Sydney. I moved to Perth in February of last year and I love it here. I'm very happy, and of course I miss my home, but Perth is home now. Sydney is no longer my home, so as much as I miss it, Perth is now home. And I've got some wonderful people here and I feel very loved and supported. I'm very lucky. I've managed to forge quite a good little life for me and my happy little dog, who is currently behind me sleeping. I just checked. And I'm a witch. I am a card slinger. I have been reading oracle cards since 2006 and tarot since 2016, so quite a while for oracle, and still fairly new at tarot. Always trying to learn more, always learning. So that's part of why I do this challenge, is to try and get a better, deeper understanding of myself and my relationship with the cards. And I practice in the tradition of reclaiming, which if you've ever heard of Starhawk, she's kind of, I guess, the person who really launched reclaiming. I haven't managed to find a group here in Western Australia who practice reclaiming. I've spoken to a few people here and there who are reclaimers, but generally in Australia it seems to all be happening over on the East Coast. So my goal this year is to get some reclaiming happening here. And I'm also planning on starting a monthly full moon circle, health depending. I'm currently recovering from surgery. You can see it just in the corner over there. It's my current tray mobile that I'm using to get around the house. I had surgery 10 weeks ago now, and I'm not allowed to fully weight bear on my right leg yet, so I have to use walkers to get around. It is very frustrating. I cannot drive yet either, and I've had it up to here with unsolicited medical advice from Uber drivers. So yeah, there you go. And so I'm also a queer non-binary femme, and so you will hear me talking about queer rights and disability rights because those are two things I'm quite passionate about. And I live on Noongar land. Sovereignty was never ceded, always was, always will be Aboriginal land. That's very important in my practice, is that I live on stolen land and that we acknowledge the sovereignty of the Indigenous people. And that's something that's very important to myself and many other people who live in the colonised nation of Australia. So today I know I've rambled on a bit, but today the prompt for day one was, hang on, let me try and remember, what tarot goodies did you get for the holidays, or came to you for the holidays, whatever the wording was. That's not the important part here. And whilst I did receive some wonderful gifts this Christmas, including a new Kindle, thank you so much, Mum. It is the best. My old Kindle was wonderful and did a great job for many years. I got it 2012, I believe, and it has been a constant companion by my side, and it has finally kind of given up the ghost. I've given it to my housemate Belinda to use because it's not entirely dead, and there were some books on there I wanted her to read, particularly The Artist's Way, because we were talking about morning pages, and I'm like, you've got to read The Artist's Way. I've got to finish reading The Artist's Way and actually go through the whole process myself. But so I gave her my old Kindle, and I'm sure she'll run it into the ground and probably hopefully get to read some good books along the way, because I do have a decent library on my Kindle. It's my primary way of buying books these days. Anyway, enough about my Kindle. Sorry. I didn't get any tarot or metaphysical kind of things for Christmas. Sorry, one sec. Don't you just love my gorgeous Totoro mug that my friend Katie sent me? So cute. And it also has this little cover with a little Totoro, so you can keep your tea warm, which not an issue at this time of year because it is about 30 degrees right now, I believe. I don't know what that translates to in Fahrenheit. I'm very sorry. It's hot. It's not as hot as over on the West Coast where it's in the 40s, I believe. But the East Coast where it's in the 40s. But yeah, it's certainly warm here today. Thank you, air conditioning. Whilst I didn't get anything for Christmas, I certainly was lucky for my birthday, which is the 9th of November, so recent enough. I got birthday money from my stepdad, which I used towards the Naked Tarot, the Kawaii Tarot, which I haven't actually opened yet, and the Next World Tarot. 3 decks that, two of those decks I've done videos for, so if you're interested, you can have a look on my channel. And I also was gifted from a dear friend of mine, darling Mark, who I absolutely love and adore so much, and I cannot wait to see you. I miss you so much. He gifted me the Last Unicorn Tarot. Oh my god, yes, in this beautiful carved wooden box. It is my absolute favorite deck ever. This is one I've been doing my daily draws with. And here's today's card, 6 of Cups. So I don't know how well that's focusing. Doesn't... It's the light and everything. But with Molly Grew and the Unicorn. And The Last Unicorn is my favorite movie. I watched the video store copy in the 90s so many times that I wore it out. And I was just obsessed. And my channel name, Lady Amalthea, is after the name the unicorn is given when she becomes human. So, I'm obsessed. I own 2 copies of the movie, one on DVD, signed by Peter S. Beagle, the author of the book. Another Blu-ray edition that I bought recently because I wanted to watch the movie and I didn't want to take my beautiful signed copy out of its box. And I also recently backed on Kickstarter through Geekify, which is the company that produced The Last Unicorn Tarot, official merchandise for The Last Unicorn, including plush toys and enamel badges. Because, oh my gosh, if I could have a Lady Amalthea enamel pin and a plush unicorn, I would just die happy. Ever since I was little, I've always been into unicorns, so naturally a movie about unicorns, oh my gosh, big time love. I also own 2 copies of the book, both signed by the author. One is a beautiful limited edition hardbound book that was released last year, the year before, I cannot remember now, and I haven't even opened it, like it's pristine, brand new, beautiful. And also another signed copy hardback, which I have read, signed by Peter S. Beagle. And so yeah, I'm a fan, and I love all his books. I love everything I've ever read of his that he has written. He is just the most wonderful man. And he's been through some issues, including his former business manager was abusing him. So it's really good to see companies like Geekify who are actually supporting him and making sure he gets money for his work, because that is something that has happened to him. He has not received money for a lot of his work, which is a real tragedy, because he is such a talented writer. Like, seriously, oh my goodness. I know I am now rambling about The Last Unicorn and Peter S. Beagle instead of tarot. I don't even know how long this video is. Hang on, there we go. 11 minutes. Okay, I've probably talked about that enough. So yeah, obviously this deck is very special to me. All through, ever since the deck arrived, end of November, early December. I honestly can't quite remember the dates, but ever since it arrived, it's been my daily go-to, and I just absolutely love it. And the cards are so beautiful. I did do an unboxing, like as soon as the deck arrived. I had to make a video because the darling Mark who bought it for me wasn't here with me to see it, so I recorded the video so he could see my reaction, which I'm practically in tears of joy. Like, oh my goodness, it made me so happy. So yeah, this is definitely my deck at the moment, and probably will be for the rest of time. It also includes a signed card by Peter S. Beagle, so oh my gosh. Yeah, where was I going with this? Yeah, so oh, and another thing, I think I did show in a previous video, and I was actually going to make a whole video about this, but I don't think I did, was I bought this beautiful moon diary. So the Heka Moon Diary of 2020 Western Australian edition. Oh my gosh. So it actually has the moon times for Western Australia. We don't follow daylight savings here. So an Eastern Standard Time and Eastern Daylight Savings Time would not be so helpful. I would have to convert everything, and that would be so annoying. And most moon diaries you come across are for the Northern Hemisphere anyway, like most magical things, because people forget. It's no offense, America, because you know, but often you forget the rest of the world exists. So a lot of magical products aren't aimed at the Southern Hemisphere, so it's really good to get something. And this was locally produced. This was produced by a West Australian witch who I really want to meet, because she seems really cool. And yeah, it's got moon stuff and witch stuff and spells, and oh my gosh, I'm so excited. And yeah, that was something I bought with birthday money, because like I said, I'm planning on doing a full moon group this year, so it would be really handy if I actually knew what was going on with the moons, instead of me like looking up on websites and going, is this the correct information? Is this correct for here? Because it might be correct for Sydney but not for Perth. And I'm not good with numbers. Numbers is not my thing. I am a words, language, music kind of brain. That's how my brain works. So having to convert moon times would not work so well. So I'm very grateful to Heka for providing this beautiful diary. I will put a link to the website, because I'm trying to get the word out, because I just think it's such a great product. So they do a Western Australian edition and a East Coast edition. So if you're Australian and you're looking for a moon diary, I would highly recommend it. It came pretty quickly. I don't know, maybe if she's taking a break over the holidays like a lot of people are, because it's the 1st of January, so it's a public holiday here in Australia. I feel like I've definitely talked enough. Oh my goodness, I'm feeling slightly self-conscious about it actually. This is my first video in a while, 3 weeks according to my YouTube history, since my last unicorn deck arrived. So that must be when it came 3 weeks ago. So yeah, thank you so much for watching my overly long video. It'd be great if you stick around and watch the rest of the month. Hopefully I do manage to stick with this challenge and do 31 days. There may be some days where I record a few videos in a day, just depending on what else I have going on that day. So don't be surprised if you see me in the same outfit a few days, like a few videos in a row. I do my laundry. Well, I can't at the moment because of the walker, but that's a whole other thing. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Many blessings to you, and hopefully I'll get to see your 31 Days of Tarot videos. See you later.